Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the TriJake Truth. We have an exciting show with special guest Sharon Fillyaw, a professional bodybuilder and fitness model. We're also going to be showing you a 15-minute workout that you can do anywhere, courtesy of the TriJake Method. And then we're going to go on location to TriJake Studios, where Comeau is going to break down the 5 core concepts of eating well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the TriJake Truth. All right, folks, let's get right down to it. Our first guest is Sharon Fillyaw. She is a personal trainer, she is a fitness model, and she is being introduced to Wellesley, Massachusetts. She has a very unique message for a very special group of people. Sharon, wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Jake. Glad to be here.
Yes, I'm very excited about having you. I want the people of Wellesley to get to know you, get to know your message, get to know your method and what you like to teach and train and who you like to do that with. So before we get going, tell me a little bit about your background. Tell me a little bit about where you come from and why you do what you do.
Well, I'm originally from New York. I've been in Boston for a while. Started training professionally to do bodybuilding shows in 2008. So it sort of took off from there. Had a great trainer, encouraged me, got me started. So I do bodybuilding shows and everything just kind of rolled from there. What was interesting was I started to teach seniors. I mean, I've taught executives, I've taught, younger folks, but I love teaching seniors.
Seniors being 70 and above?
70 and above generally. I mentioned to you earlier, my oldest was 102, and he was absolutely wonderful. Born in 1911, he would have been 103 this year. And I really enjoy teaching them because I find that the quality of life that you have is what's most important as we age. So age is just a number. It's all about working out, staying active. So when I see people in their 90s, they're always moving. The people who live the best are always moving. They never stay sitting down.
We always say that a body in motion is more apt to stay in motion.
Absolutely.
And something else that we always say down at the TriJake Studio is you don't stop working out because you get old.
That's right.
You get old because you stop working out.
Yes.
And I think that speaks to what you're talking about. And also, I want to talk a little bit about what inspires you more, your own training or helping these folks tap into their spark.
That's a very good question. It's interesting, I'm around tremendous athletes all the time, but I'm most inspired by that 95-year-old gentleman or woman who can do squats and they don't give up. These are people who have come back from chemotherapy, strokes, open heart surgery, bypass. They come back and they're still working out. That is my inspiration. So it's easier when you're young. You have hormones on your side, flexibility. But when you pass the age of 70, 75, and 80, it takes a lot of will, a lot of determination. So even in the winter, my 102-year-old would put cleats on his sneakers and walk to my class.
See, I find inspiration in that, and I wasn't even there. So that's great. Now you got some big things coming up here,
yes.
and I'm just going to throw it out there, and I'd like you to talk a little bit about what the New York Times is working with you with.
Yes, Anahad O'Connor, who's a columnist for the New York Times, has agreed to cover my advanced class, my advanced core and balance class. So we just sent him some clips because, of course, he's out of Manhattan, and he's going to be covering that, doing a nice column on the Malden Senior Center. Now, the advanced class is a very special class. They have to have a higher baseline to get in there. But what's interesting with these senior ladies, run them through 200 squats, football drills, leg lifts, planks, tri-dips off the chair, full body tri-dips off the chair, military push-ups. So it's sort of showing people and demonstrating that it doesn't have to stop because you get older, but your body does have to be acclimated, so you can't just jump into doing this workout, but that it's possible to maintain muscle and to increase your bone, the Wolff's Law, so the more that you demand of your bones, the more dense they'll become. So I find women who have osteoporosis do well with it, people on diabetes in my classes have come off of medication. They're their blood pressure points have dropped. So I see the effects of exercise on seniors, and they look great.
Now, this is a question I have for you then.
Okay.
I assume that you run into this. Now, let's say I'm a 90-year-old gentleman.
Yes.
And I come into your class, and you say, this is what we're going to do, and you're naming off these exercises.
Right.
And I'm like, I haven't done those exercises in 50 years.
Right.
You're crazy. I can't do that.
Right.
What would you say to me?
Well, what I say to the person is do your best. Now, this is just the regular class, not the advanced class. So I say, even if you can't, like I have them do, I have them like get in and out of the chair with one foot. So I say, even if you can't do it, just try. Even if you can even just come up 2 inches, I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it.
Sure.
Because you have to start. And as you know, with exercise, it's sort of just about acclimating the muscles to do a movement. So, and a lot of times it's mental. To me, 80% of it is mental. Even when I work out, I'm doing a bench press or something, it's that last percentage of mental that just kind of pushes you to that next level, and that's what I try to have them do. I have them to focus when they work out, so I don't let them say I can't do it. I say, you try for me.
Very good. You know, and I really appreciate that. You know, one of our slogans is, you know, don't let perfect get in the way of good.
That's right.
And you know what? Like, if you can only come up 2 inches, like that's
right.
good enough.
That's right.
And then use that as your baseline,
Right.
which I'm sure you use.
Right.
And then when they come up 3, so you're like, see, look, you're getting better.
Absolutely.
And then 4, and then the next thing you know, they are doing it. And
Absolutely.
And yeah, it is about that acclimation. So that's fantastic. Now I know that Wellesley Media is going to be filtering in some of your material so that we could share with our senior community here in this town, which I'm very excited about because anything that really gets people up and going is very exciting to me. So I thank you for your service there.
Oh.
I want to know a little bit about this DVD, Senior Fitness Workout Video.
Yes.
It's a 2-disc workout special. You look beautiful there on the cover. It's very well done. Looks like you have a main workout, and then your second disc is more of a Pilates-focused base.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the DVD.
So this DVD is for people who are just starting out and they want to work out at home. This is a nice, easy way to start working out if you haven't worked out before. For seniors who haven't worked out too much before, nice and gentle. Of course, this is the same intensity as my advanced class. It's nice and simple. One of my students calls me a slave driver, and he says out there on the DVD, I'm actually nicer.
Yeah.
So this is great because you don't need any equipment. You just need a sturdy chair. If you like, you can purchase bands, you know, at one of the sports stores. But basically, you know, you can do a workout at home. So for the seniors with this workout, I'm getting them moving. I'm getting them moving. So that's what I see, the trend that I see for people who live 70s, 80s, and 90s and live well. They also rebound from surgeries better. So
Certainly. Yeah.
So like empirically, I see this, and I know that it works. And you don't have to kill yourself working out. You just have to move. So this workout video is a great way to get started.
Excellent. Well, this is, I mean, you must be very proud of this. This is very impressive, and you're doing big things. Now, Sharon, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, you can get a hold of me through matv.org. I have a show in Malden, now Wellesley, Brookline, Boston, and Cambridge, Sharon's Full Body and Workout, and that's geared towards seniors. They're my favorite group. I don't know why, but they are.
Hey, we go with what drives us.
I love it. I really love it. So like I said, matv.org, and you can go there and get more information on me, and hopefully you'll find out a little bit more about this too.
Excellent. Well, you are wonderful. You're a tremendous inspiration to those around you, and it's an
much.
honor to have somebody like yourself on the show. Thank you very much for
you,
coming.
Jake.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, folks. So hopefully you can check out Sharon's films here. Hopefully you see it on the website, and/or you'll see it on WMC Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 39. Now we're going to cut over to TriJake Studios, where Comeau is going to take us through the 5 core concepts of eating well in your home kitchen. Stay with us. Thanks so much.
Hi folks, Comeau, lead personal trainer and partner here at TriJake Studios in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Here to talk a little bit about what our core nutrition philosophies are. things that we talk about, preach, teach on a day-to-day basis, and how they might help you in your day-to-day life. First and foremost, there is no such thing as a diet, like a thing that's going to be successful. What we try to talk about is lifestyle changes, things that we can make on a day-to-day basis, change our habits, change the way we approach food and stuff. So there's not going to be any sort of miracle plan out there that's going to help you out. It's really about long-term habit-changing decisions, and that's what we try to help you with. Also, we talk about spreading out your meals throughout the course of the day. 4 to 5 small meals is the way to go. Eat breakfast. It is important. There's a blog article on our website. Check it out. Eat breakfast. We like that one. Spread out your calories throughout the course of the day, 4 to 5 small meals a day. Of those small meals, we try to make them 80% whole food, plant-based. All right, try to eliminate processed foods. There's not so many things that come in boxes and packages and cans and stuff that are really good for us. There are a few. Canned kidney beans, make some good chili, that kind of stuff. But they're few and far between. So really, if you eliminate those things from your diet, you have a much better chance of being healthy. All right, so 80% whole food, plant-based diet. How we make those decisions, another core philosophy of ours, is we sort of crowd those out. I always find that action is easier than inaction. What I mean by that is instead of eliminating pizza, we add something healthy, or eliminating a bad choice and thinking about, I'm not going to eat cake today. I'm not going to eat cake today. The first thing that's going through your head is, I'm not going to eat cake today. So you're obsessing about cake. Eventually you will eat the cake. So instead of doing that, we focus on things to add. So today I'm going to add a vegetable portion to my plate. I'm going to up my fruit intake by 2 today, those kinds of things. And what happens is eventually those will crowd out some of the bad decisions that we make. So in the morning, we're going to make sure that we have oatmeal. That's going to be a positive decision and action that we take, and that will hopefully crowd out the donut. Above all else, a core philosophy for us here at TriJake Studios is keep things simple. Keep it real simple. Don't overcomplicate stuff. There's no need to get bogged down. Hydration is the foundation. Wholeheartedly believe in drinking water throughout the course of the day. Helps us feel fuller longer. There's so many benefits. Your body just can't run without water. Drink lots of water. Eat food. Don't drink it. On the lines of drinking stuff, eat your food if you can. Try not to live off supplements. There's points in time, I guess, throughout the course of your day or your life that may not be a bad option for you. However, in general, if we are making good decisions in our life, we are actually eating our calories instead of drinking our calories, which is always a good way to go. Load up on nutrient-dense foods. Try to keep your plate colorful, look like a rainbow. Just all kinds of fruits and vegetables. Don't be shy. I'm telling you, you probably can't get too many calories if what you're eating is vegetables. I'll promise you that, all right? Adopt a wellness routine that you can lean on in difficult times. So, we form, like I said, at the beginning, we talked about forming good habits. These things will help carry you through difficult times, say the holidays, something that's sad that's happening, something that's happy that's happening, a celebration, whatever the case may be. And then we find ourselves, we try not to get caught off guard too much. We form good habits that we can lean on in difficult times or in extenuating circumstances, that kind of stuff. And that's really important. And then above all else, get a support team, whether it be myself or Jake here at the studio, your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your best friend, your coworkers, whomever it is. Get a support team around you. You can't do this stuff alone. And know that if you come into TriJake Studios, you will not be alone. We'll be here with you from beginning to end. Any more information you need, check out our website. We post blog articles all the time, or come down and see us at the studio in Wellesley Center. All right? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Hi folks, Jake Maulin here down at TriJake Fitness in Wellesley Square, right here in Wellesley, Massachusetts, USA. And today we're going to be doing a quick 15-minute workout. We do a lot of workout videos under the live workout feed at trijake.com. And this one is the quick pop that you can do anywhere, your kitchen, your living room, your office. You're not going to need any equipment to do any of this stuff. The whole idea here is to do upper body, lower body, core work. We're going to go 5 rounds, okay? Each circuit that we do, the activity is going to be for 1 minute. Sometimes you're going to get rest in that minute, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're going to go the whole thing. So just to get the heart rate up and let's get going, we're going to do jumping jacks for 1 minute. We're going to do power jacks on this one, so your arms are going to come up above your head and your arms are going to go out and your legs are going to go out at the same time. So here we go. All right, great. Moving on to the next activity. We're gonna be doing a reverse lunge. Reverse lunges are tricky. You wanna step forward, and then we're going to step back into it, and you're gonna wanna place your arms wherever you feel best balanced. Drop that knee all the way down to the ground. Good. And then you're gonna do 30 seconds on the left, 30 seconds on the right. All right, moving on. We're gonna get down into a push-up position. Do a high plank. We're gonna do a high plank. Coming in here, you wanna keep your eyes up forward. Nice sturdy base, arms under the shoulders. 1 minute. So, round two. Round two, we're gonna take those jumping jacks and we're gonna move a little bit. We're gonna twist the torso and we're gonna do the speed bag. To the left, 2, 3, 4 to the right. 2, 3, 4 to the left. 3, 4, 1 minute. 2, 3, 4. All right, so we just did the reverse lunges in the first round. Second round calls for forward lunges. So we're gonna go forward on this one. You're gonna stand back and we're going to lunge forward. Once again, 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. All right, so now you know on the first round, we did a full standing plank. Now we're gonna take that same plank, only now we're gonna add a push-up to it. So we're actually going to do something with it. I always joke around with my clients. I say, you know, a push-up is a plank. So here you are. We're gonna do 1 minute of push-ups, whether that looks like maybe 10 seconds on, maybe 10 seconds off. Split it up, or if you want to go for the whole minute, you absolutely can. It's a good baseline to see how you're doing. Let's see how many push-ups we can do in 1 minute. Write it down. All right, guys, looking good. Got a little sweat going. Heart rate's definitely up right now. Round three, we're going back to jumping jacks, but this time we're gonna add a little bit of a kick to it. We're gonna go side to side. So I want you to move laterally here. These are lateral jacks. 3, 2, 1. You can see, side to side. So round three calls for progression. We've done a rear lunge, we've done a forward lunge. Now we're gonna do what's called a lunge jump. We're gonna get down into a nice wide lunge stance like this, and we are going to hold this action, and we are going to jump and scissor kick forward. I like to move my arms as though I was running. 1 minute lunge jumps. Back into the core exercise. We're gonna get back down into that high plank position. This time we're not gonna do push-ups. We're gonna do mountain climbers. 1 minute on the ground. Eyes up, pull your knee towards your chest, and here we go. 1 minute. All right, guys. Feeling good? Out of breath? That's a good thing. Means we're burning through calories right now, right? So, phase 4. We've done power jacks. We've done the speed bag, we've done lateral jacks. Now we're gonna do air jabs. Air jabs, we're just gonna go high, just like this here. You wanna try to aim above your head. You can do 20 seconds on if you want, 10 seconds off, or you can go for the whole minute. All right, back down lower body. I wanna talk a little bit about squats. Squats, your first move, nice wide base, feet just outside your shoulders. You're gonna drop down, hinge the hips back, feel like you're driving through your heels. 1 minute squats. All right, let's go back into the core. This time we're gonna do cross body mountain climbers. So I'm gonna bring my right knee towards my left elbow and so forth. 1 minute, you'll definitely be able to see the difference. Whereas before we were doing this move, now we're gonna be crossing my right knee towards my left arm and vice versa. 1 minute, cross-body mountain climbers. Little twist. All right, guys, let's tie it all together from round 1 to round 5. All my favorites. 1 minute, power jacks. Hit it. All right, eyes forward, chin out, always looking forward. We're gonna pop back into those lunge jumps. Bring it down, 1 minute. I like to move my arms like I'm running. All right, talking core. We're gonna squat, kick our legs back, pop back into a squat, and jump up in the air. Sort of like a controlled burpee, if you like. 3, 2, 1. Squat, hands down, feet out, push up, back up, and jump. Good. 1 minute of those, and call me in the morning. Let's stay with it. All right, guys, there you have it. Do each one of those circuits once over, 1 minute per exercise. These exercises will meet you where you are. You have to kind of be honest with yourself. If you want to do like a particular activity, like 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 10 seconds on, 20 seconds off, until that becomes more challenging, that's okay. I'm a little out of breath. Find where you are until you can do that entire circuit set. Should take you 15 minutes to do all of that, 1 minute per exercise. There's more live workouts as well as live video feeds on the TriJake Truth and at TriJake.com. So please check us out. And if you want live, real time with either myself or our lead personal trainer, Comeau, you got to book online or come down and see us at TriJake Studios in Wellesley, Massachusetts. Always forward, team. Stay fit.